Hello everyone, and welcome to week 5. I hope that you've had a very nice weekend. I was watching the World Cup in the U.S. Did they drive you crazy with that game today? The last minute goal by Portugal. So I tend to be a football fan every 4 years when the World Cup comes around, and so I was excited to see the U.S. play, and I'm hopeful that they'll be able to move on to the second round after their match with Germany. And so as we take a look at the upcoming week, I've asked us to start with an icebreaker, and so I trust that you've completed that 30 circles activity, and so I'm curious to know how you did. How many circles did you fill in? 5, 10, 15, 20? When you looked at your circles that you actually created, were the ideas building upon one another? Were they derivations of one another? So in other words, did you have perhaps a basketball and then a baseball, or were your ideas actually quite different? So did you maybe have a planet and then maybe you had a cookie? Or did you also perhaps maybe break the rules a little bit, because you really didn't have any rules that said that you couldn't combine the circles? So did you maybe take 3 circles and build yourself a snowman? And so the point of that activity is really to deal with 2 points around creativity. And the first one is really to help us to come up with a quantity, right? So a number of ideas that we can actually consider. And the second point is, what is the actual divergence? What is the variability around those ideas that we created? And perhaps is there a way that we can utilize those ideas despite their divergence to actually create an innovation, to actually bring forth something to the marketplace that is actually going to meet or exceed a customer's need? And so I hope that you enjoyed that activity, and I look forward to you posting on the discussion board in terms of how you did and your insights. And so as we're looking at this week's activities, as we're looking at this week's readings, you'll notice that we're still building upon this permanent innovation methodology. And so in chapters 7 and 8, we're dealing with 2 areas here. The first area that we're dealing with is looking at this value proposition, the business value, the economic value that an idea actually brings to the marketplace. And then the second point around that is actually, how do we actually bring that idea to the market? How do we position it? How do we plan for the introduction? Because a lot of the success, quite frankly, as it relates to an innovation, is really attributed to our marketing development efforts, and so we need to have a good grasp of that in our organizations. And so you're going to take a look at a company this week that's mentioned in your readings, FedEx, and you're going to look at their competitor, U.S. There's a segment from a CNBC Originals documentary, and so look forward to you having a chance to view that and to gain insight. Additionally, I posted a short video clip from Dr. Danowski, because a part of the challenge, as we've talked about in this class, is around dealing with theory. And so when you have this scholarly work, trying to peel back the layers, if you will, to grasp what it's meaning, because it's important as a practitioner that you deal with this issue of praxis, right? Putting things into practice, implementing them in your organizations, and figuring out how theory is going to inform that. And so again, you have a snapshot there of Danowski's views within a particular context that may help to shape your understanding, your views on coins as he discusses that particular idea in the article. And so I look forward to your engagement and discussion this week on the boards. Also, I'll have a chance to take a look at your second reflection paper. I'm looking forward to reading those. And I've also already posted your feedback for the second discussion board, so feel free to take a look at that and let me know if you have any questions. So have a wonderful week. Take care, and I'll see you on the boards. Bye-bye.